Somewhere along your journey, you wake up and you realize something is holding you back. You almost feel there is somewhere you're meant to be, but for some reason you haven't yet got there. You look around you, you try to see what is the problem, and then to your surprise, you realize it is your family that has been holding you back. Let's talk about this. Grand rising, everyone. Hope you're all doing okay. Hope you're fine and everything is going as planned. This is Denzamus, and you're welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking impasse free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality. I talk about personal and self-development. And if that's what resonates with you, I invite you all to join us. Please give us a like, share this video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back, and I thank you for your love and support. You cannot be born in a dysfunctional family matrix and you think you will have a normal, ordinary life. Pretty much of your life will be dysfunctional. They call it dysfunctional for a reason. There is things that are happening that need to be addressed. There is cycles that are messing up with the entire family unit. Nobody's talking about it. And as you go on with this conditioning, you have grown up in it. Especially, this is a video for the black sheep, okay? The guys, the scapegoats, the black sheep. You might be familiar with these scenarios. The conditioning starts in the family, and then it spreads out into your life, your friendships, your relationships, your work environments. You start to figure out that you're operating and you have been operating on a different timeline for the longest of time. You haven't yet fully figured it out, but you feel there is something wrong. So you try to take some time to investigate. In most of my sessions, even sometimes I've actually physically met some people, and we'll be talking about these things. Now, in the family that you're born, now I'm not saying we are going to be very specific in this video. I'm not saying every family is dysfunctional. You may sometimes have been born in a normal family. People do normal things. They wish each other well. You know, they're always in each other's corner. You know, people support each other. That's a normal thing. Some people do. Some people are born in that kind of family, and that's okay. But for the most of you guys who have been struggling with life decisions, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go, and you feel kind of stuck, you might one day realize that the problem has been actually rooted in your family. Now, you see, as a cycle breaker, the first cycle you break is the one of the family. You see, upon awakening, I took some time to sit down and, I was like, let us put off this whole dating thing. I need to figure out. I was not pretty much bothered with, the narcissists and all these, the witches, the covens, the psychopaths. I wasn't bothered with that. I wanted to find out what exactly was going on. So I took some time to sit down. I closed off for relationships and I started walking back from where this whole thing started. And that is exactly when I got my second awakening for me to realize that actually the conditioning was also in the family. It was rooted in the family. Now, you see, chosen ones, you have to understand something. When you have lived, born and raised in a dysfunctional family matrix, they want you to go a certain way. Maybe they even have got their own belief system. Like I've told you, there could be a family of covens. Okay? They practice different types of rituals. You know, some of them are witches, black magic, and all that stuff. Some of them even narcissistic. And you have been conditioned in that family. You being a black sheep or the scapegoat of the family, you will be hit the most with that kind of programming or conditioning. The father will tell you things such as, you have got to go and study law. You have got to go and study to be a doctor. I want you to be a nurse. I want you to be a lawyer, whatever. But somewhere along your journey, you feel, yes, you have done all those things, what they wanted. Okay, they paid your tuition and everything, so you did what they wanted. But you reach a certain point in your life and you feel that particular thing you're doing is not pretty much resonating with the soul. You feel like there's something more out there. There is something else you need to do. And you don't yet know what it is. In most of the cases, when you're born in those families, like I've said, they want you to be a certain way. They want or they expect a certain outcome. If you ever decide to choose your own path, that is when you fall apart with the parents. They're going to fight around with you. Oh, you know, you have to be a lawyer because, you know, the neighbors are going to be happy and this and that, or you have to be a doctor and this and this. They have always programmed you and conditioned you to follow a certain path. So they have put you on a certain timeline, a timeline that has nothing to do with what it is you came here to do. So as you continue to evolve, especially post-awakening, as a black sheep, you're evolving, you're growing, you're asking the questions, you're digging deeper. You're looking around and you're realizing that you want something else. You want something more. There has got to be something else you can do. You just don't want to follow this particular path that your parents designed for you, dysfunctional parents they are designed for you. You are now starting to realize that these people are dysfunctional. So you couldn't expect them to put you on a certain timeline that was meant for you. They could only condition you to be on a certain timeline where they wanted you to be, not where you wanted to be, but where they actually wanted you to be. So what you do now, you decide that you're going to start breaking this cycle. You're going to start to break out of this cycle, out of this pattern. You want to jump on a timeline that is authentically yours. When you do that, you are going to become the outcast. You will become the rebel. You will become the one that doesn't listen. You will become the one that doesn't comply with family beliefs, norms, or traditions. So they will usually point the barrels towards you and they will think you're better than us. You think you this, you think you that. So they will carry on and put all these labels on you. Personally, I was called crazy. When I chose a path, I said, okay, this is where I want to go. I want to go and help people. I didn't see any problem with that, but my family did. Because you see, when you jump on something that is on a different timeline, a timeline that is authentically yours, it will intimidate and make those people around you extremely uncomfortable. They are the very first ones who are going to drag you down. It is when you're going to hear a lot of family members. They are going to say everything you've ever heard about that is against what it is you're trying to do. Don't try that. Nobody else did that. Or, they will even refuse to support you. They refuse to be there for you. They refuse to be in your corner. However much you try to ignore your calling, to ignore your intuition, to ignore the direction that you want to go, and you stick on that timeline, on that particular thing that your parents always wanted you to go, where they always wanted you to be, you are going to realize it is draining the soul out of you. The miracle is for you to believe your parents only conditioned you according to what they knew. They didn't necessarily know what your destination was, but they thought that they could create one destiny for you. So they put you in a certain timeline. But when you choose to walk out of that conditioning, follow your own path, follow your own dreams, all hell will break loose. Your parents, your family members, they will go against you. I know this because it has happened. But now that I understand it properly, I'm able now to share this thing with you so that you guys on your journey, you can know when you see these things happening, you're supposed to know. Because one of the things you guys need to realize, when you're breaking a cycle, not only is it uncomfortable for you, it is also uncomfortable for the people that grew up with you. On a subconscious level, they feel you're heading in a direction they do not understand. They will fight around with you. Even you may not fully understand where it is you want to go, where it is you're heading to. But these people are going to become very uncomfortable with the choices. They will pull you down. They will put all these labels on you. They will smear you. They will call you the trouble causer, the troublemaker, the one who's trying to destabilize the system, the one who doesn't listen. In some case scenarios, they're going to tell you to go and see a therapist. I was told to go and see a therapist at some point. Oh, something wrong with your head. Go and see a doctor. But because I was awakening, I already understood the truth. I knew what the truth was. I knew that I was breaking the cycles. I refused to listen to the background noise. Out of you guys who are trying to evolve and grow, you woke up one day with a dream other than that dream that your parents gave you, fed you, your family fed you. You woke up with that dream. It is one of the things that is going to happen. Nobody wants to see you evolve outside of your comfort zone. Let us do this one more time. Nobody in your family, even sometimes of some of your friends, people that are familiar in your circle, nobody wants you to move outside of your comfort zone. There's that little job they know that you do. Oh, he's a welder, he's a painter, he's a doctor, they're a nurse. Whatever profession you're carrying on at the moment, you're carrying with at the moment. Those people, they want something that they can understand. But when your soul is yearning for more, you're dreaming about bigger things. You want to get out of that little box. You want to grow and evolve. That is where you will get the highest resistance you've ever had to face in your entire life. When you insist and persist, you're going to realize that all those family members are starting to give you some kind of a distance. They are going to reject you. They will refuse to be there for you. They refuse to support you. They refuse to accompany you on your journey. It is only until they will see that you started to get the results will they now start waking up, trying to come back in so that they can sit with you at the table. It will be your choice if you want to sit with them at the table or not. But if you have had family members who have been dragging you backwards, trying to keep you where it's safe. You see, a lot of people are very familiar with something they call the comfort zone, the safe zone, that little box. That's where we want you to be. You cannot get out of that, because if you get out of that, you are going against family traditions. You guys, you may not notice, but you've been held back. A lot of your dreams have been put on pause because of your family. What do we learn from this message today? For you to be able to evolve and grow, sometimes Not always. Like I've said, some families are normal. Not always is it the case, but usually you have got to look outside of your comfort zone. You have got to look beyond the family conditioning, the family belief system. You have been kept small just because of the conditioning that you had in your family. You will realize how far you can go. At some point in time, you will look back and you will say, at one point in time, I chose and I made a decision, and that was the right decision to make at the time. You could not see it at the beginning because, like I've said, you will experience every form of resistance you've ever had to face in your entire life, especially from the family members and friends. They don't want to see you doing something that is not familiar to them. Your father was a politician. They wanted to go in politics. Your father was a nurse. They wanted to go that same direction. But it could have worked for them. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you. Your soul is looking for something different. Your soul is meant to go somewhere different. Your soul is meant to follow a different path. If your soul feels like it resonates with what your parents told you or what your family told you, then that is okay. But if always you feel like there is something more, there is something else you want to do, you want to get out of that comfort zone, you want to grow, you want to get out of that little box, then you have to go out and pursue your dreams and your goals. They will refuse to support, they will reject you. In some case scenarios, they will even isolate you. But you have to understand, if you can go past the noise, if you can move past the noise, past that resistance, you are eventually going to meet the future version of you and do that particular thing your soul wants you to do. But I best believe, ladies and gentlemen, it will be one of the most uncomfortable moments when you wake up one day and you realize it has always been your family that has been holding you back. You have to forgive these people, empathize with them, because you need to understand a lot of people are scared when they see you moving a certain direction. Some of them are even scared that you're going to be better than them. You may even sometimes be doing better than them. And they're not comfortable with that truth. When I was starting years ago, that was my experience, okay? The resistance, the smears, the mobbing, it all happened. But my soul was calling me in that direction. And believe me, ladies and gentlemen, if I had listened to everybody that at that time, back in those years, there wouldn't be this platform where we can share a lot of different things regarding abuse. Yours may be different. It may not be like mine. But whenever you sit down and you feel there is something your soul is looking for, there's a direction your soul is pushing you or pulling you, you have got to listen to your intuition. Most of the case, your soul is asking for more. You have been conditioned and confined in a little box, and your soul is yearning for growth. Follow your intuition. You'll get to exactly where you want to be. Let us know what you think about the video, guys, in the comment section below. You always know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session if you want to. You can always donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will see you guys in my next one. Dysfunctional signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.